Okay, we are going to follow with the process. Now we have a mixture a little different than we started. The sugar and the butter are together and the texture is homogeneous. Now we are going to add, oh sorry, I forgot to add the vanilla in the last video, so I'm going to add the vanilla in the liquid ingredient. And in a medium velocity, we are going to add the liquid ingredient in 2 or 3 portions. Add 1 part of the liquid and let it work. When the texture is homogeneous, maybe you can scrape the bowl. You can scrape the bowl onto the bottom. Second part. Turn off the mixer. If you don't have mixer, you can do this with I repeat, if you don't have a mixer, you can do this process with a wooden spoon, or even in this part of the process, you can change the wooden spoon for a whisk. It's gonna take maybe more time, maybe 10 or 5 minutes more, and now it's ready. The texture is really different than when we started to do it. And now we are going to add the dry ingredients. Remember, we sift together the salt, baking powder and baking soda. In this part of the process, you are going to need the low velocity. And mix. Until you get a smooth texture. When you get a smooth texture, I'm going to scrape it. You have to scrape the bowl. You have to scraping down all the time because the texture is going to change, but you need to help. Okay, here I'm going to remove the paddle attachment because I don't need it. Not anymore. Remove the mixture from the paddle and the serve. Now we are going to add the orange zest and okay, I use this grater for the orange zest. If you have another, use it. Be carefully. I like to use this. If you don't have orange, you can change for lime. So pour here. And here I have the other ingredient we are going to use today is the blueberries. But if you don't have blueberries, you can use cranberries. If you don't have cranberries, you can change that for nuts, any kind of nuts. If you don't have nuts, don't worry, you don't need to use it. The real reason to do this recipe is the mix or the butter. So in this part of the process, you have to use a rubber spatula or a wooden spoon, and you only have to mix. Okay, and that's all. Now the next step, you need a mold. A special mold, yes, is probably you need it. But if you don't have a mold, you can put in a cake mold. This is a, actually, this is not this is not a cup muffin tray. It's a cupcake muffin, a cupcake tray. And I'm using this kind of liners. Sorry, this kind of paper liners. If you don't have to, don't worry, you can use a cake mold. I'm going to use this spoon because I have, this is a ice cream spoon. This is very easy to use because you only turn it, you only have to take the portion. If you don't have this, don't worry, you can use 2 spoons, 2 normal or spoon from home. Take the portion, and the difference you have to take 2 spoons to fill the mold, and that's actually all you have to do. Now we are going to bake it. You have to bake it, but for bake it, I'm going to use sugar grains. Okay, if you don't have sugar grains, you can use granulated sugar. Okay, I have this kind of sugar. I'm going to show you. This is a grain. This is sugar and grain. In grain, I'm going to put at the top. But if you don't have this, you can use granulated sugar. Okay. So I'm going to bake this at 170 degrees for almost 30 minutes. Maybe less, because it's the only thing I'm going to bake. See you in 30 minutes.